here, Sunshine Goddess, back at you with another video. Okay, all right. I wanted to talk about the Kelly Price video. So a day ago, Kelly Price went viral for posting a video on her social media. She went live on her social media after her show she did in Wichita, Kansas. And she made a lot of serious claims. Now, when I saw the clips about it, it automatically made me think about Angie Stone and how a lot of people, was watching her stuff and saying, "Oh, it's the industry," and then she ended up passing away not too long after she did that last um, live video. And I think about Kelly Price the same way here because I was seeing a lot of mixed reviews of her rant or her coming out and doing that live. I saw a lot of people were saying that, oh, she's mental or whatever, but I just don't believe that. I don't believe that these people, when they come out and they publicly say stuff like this, that it's just because they're mental. I believe it is something going on because after stuff happens, after they do stuff like that, then they end up passing away a lot of times. So it's something there. Something there. Okay, the whole Andrew Stone thing, she got sick and then she was recovering and then she was close with other people who got sick. I'll be sure because remember she was talking real close with him. He put out that message of their communication, and at first I was like, why would he do that? That's personal. And then I thought about it. Oh, he was putting out that information to let the world know that it's something there. It's something that's going on. It's bigger than what we were thinking. And then when she passed away, of course, when she passed away, it was just like, oh, okay, this looks hella suspicious. So anyway, with Kelly Price, so she did that whole social media thing. Folks are saying it was 2 hours. I didn't watch 2 hours of it. I only saw probably about 30 minutes of it. But in that live, she said a lot because after doing some research, okay, allegedly in 2021, in September 2021, Kelly Price was hospitalized because she was allegedly sick with COVID. And she was in the hospital for a while. And when she got out the hospital, her family members reported her missing because they didn't know where she was at. All they knew was she was sick, she was in the hospital, and then they didn't hear anything from her. And they reported her missing, like a missing person, with the police department. After that happened, Kelly Price came out not too long after, and I think her lawyer came out and made a statement and said she was well, she was recovering from COVID, so she was, just trying to be well and not be too close to people because she didn't want to. You would assume that she didn't want to get other people sick or something, right? So when she did this rant a day ago, she said in it that when she got sick, it wasn't. I think I'm not supposed to say that word. It wasn't the C-19. She said it wasn't that. She said someone close to her had been putting stuff in her food and drinks allegedly, and she got sick. Now, she didn't go into details and explain why her family ended up saying she came up missing. But if you know that story, if you remember in 2021 when all that happened, then you know. Now, 2021, around that time, September, I was in a deep depression. So I didn't even hear anything about any of that, but I heard about it later. And I just thought it was real strange. And then I understood. I was like, oh, okay, well, she had that C. So, of course, she want to stay away from people and make sure everyone is safe. Because if she was in the hospital, that means she was real bad off. But nah. She just admitted, she stated that she didn't actually have the C word and she was being poisoned. That's what she said. So if you don't know, Kelly Price went on her social media live right after she had did a concert in Wichita, Kansas a day ago. I think that was like Sunday. Sunday, maybe Monday. I think it was Sunday. What's up, everyone? What's up? What's up? Yeah, come on in the room. Make sure you give me a thumbs up. Thank you for being my subscribers. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And yeah, I appreciate it. But yeah, so I'm talking about Kelly Price. Thank you. Oh, you probably handsome too. What's your name is? But anyway, so yeah, so Kelly Price, she did a live on Sunday, and she went in. She was talking about this woman who's possibly from Alabama, who she believed has been doing witchcraft on her, and she said this has been going on for about 3 years. This person has been messing with her, doing things to her. She said her driver got in a real serious accident where he almost um, took him and her out because she was in the car as well. She said a couple people close to her then got real sick. Okay. And she did say that if you don't know, this is like some industry stuff. She did associate it with the industry. And so it just made me think of Jaguar Wright, who was one of the first people that I started recognize hearing a lot of this stuff that she was being watched, followed, things like that. And I remember a lot of people didn't believe it. And then I ended up believing it because it was just like it's like, okay, now something ain't right here. But anyway, who else? Jocelyn Hernandez. She just came out and was talking about the guy from the Zeus Network. Who else? People usually come out. Of course, Angie Stone. A lot of celebrities, they come out and they say stuff, but then they don't never tell you who. Like with Angie Stone, she kind of said who because she did say she was going through stuff with the industry, trying to fight for her royalties that she wasn't paid and she didn't even know she wasn't paid for. So a lot of times when these celebrities they say this stuff, people think they crazy automatically, and it's like, what are y'all like? What is going on? Like, what kind of world do we live in when you see these people come out here and they don't know where else to go? So they go into social media and they're telling a little bit. And I can only imagine if she's not telling the whole thing, she's not telling exactly who the person is because she threatened to put the woman's face on her Instagram. She said that. She said, "Do I need to post your picture?" She said the lady has a 17-year-old daughter who went after her boyfriend, who went after Kelly Price's boyfriend or husband or whatever. And she said her sister was a part of it and everything. And I'm just like, oh my goodness. I just would hope that we don't hear no RIP for Kelly Price, you know, because a lot of people, a lot of normal people who are not celebrities, they hear this type of stuff and then they just act like it's not real or not a real thing. And it's real bad because it's sad because I can't even imagine the stress she has not being able to trust the people around her, But in her live, she also said that um, someone had tried to change her flight ticket. She said someone had been contacting the hotel she was in and making calls to the hotel, acting like they was her. Um, she said she had to get rid of the boyfriend or husband or whoever he was to her because she felt like her sister had part in setting them two up and making him like her handler. That just has to be what that's crazy. It's real crazy. Real crazy. I can't even imagine what she's going through. Hopefully Kelly Price is going to be okay. You know, she said she went to the police. She said the police know everything. Can we terrible. This world we live in is cruel. Is cruel. A lot of people hear witchcraft and then they automatically, oh, she's crazy. She got to be crazy. And it's like, it's 2026. Y'all still don't believe witchcraft is real? Like, what the hell? I can't even believe that folks would think that witchcraft is not real. You think that whole Harry Potter series is just child's play? I wonder how old Harry Potter ended up being because he did that whole Harry Potter series for a long time. He was a kid, then he was grown playing the same role. But just, you know, I mean, I know better because I know people out here doing witchcraft. Come on now. All right. You ain't hearing about these celebrities sacrificing these animals, goats, chickens, all types of stuff just cuz. Ain't something into it. Okay. Now whether it works or how it works, I don't know. But I do know it's a real thing. People practice it. Okay, come on. You know, to say this woman is crazy, I don't believe that at all. Don't believe she's crazy. I hope that she'll be okay. And I hope people take this stuff serious. I mean, I don't know what we will be able to do. We don't have no names. You know, a lot of times these celebrities come out, they say certain things, and then that's it. They don't give us no information. Okay? If something was to happen to her, you can't depend on no police department to put out what's going on or investigate. They don't. They don't do a real investigation. But yeah, you know, definitely can't trust these damn folks. You gotta be real careful. You gotta be real careful with who you hang around. Cause whether you're a celebrity or not, it's real. It's an energy that's out here, that's lurking, that's negative, that's looking for other energy to claim and use. I feel like, okay, that's getting real deep. This I know this ain't the channel for that. People ain't with that. They don't like creepy stuff. They don't like to hear stuff like that. So I'm not even going to get into all of that. But I'm just saying, Poe Kelly Price. I hope she'll be okay. You know, sounds like she doesn't have a lot of people around her that she could trust. It's real sad. Real sad. But yeah, that's all I wanted to do is to do this. That's all. That's the reason why I came on here because I wanted to do this video to hopefully hopefully open people's minds, make them watch that video again, and not just consider her crazy just because you don't believe what she's saying. Like, Kelly Price is a real grown woman. I don't feel like she's making this stuff up. I don't think this is all made up in her head. But yeah, it's really, really crazy. Really wild. And it's sad at the same time because she even said that, she said, like, she believes death is near or something. She said like that. And I was just like, oh my goodness. Like, I would hate to hear a RIP Kelly Price. You know, these celebrities, they keep saying stuff like this, and next thing you know, something happens, and it's just like, when will enough be enough? Right? Like, I wonder, like, why they're messing with her, because she did say that she doesn't do anything to people. So I wonder what the story, like, what's the reason? You know, like with Angie Stone, we knew it was about her royalties. She was in the process of getting a lawyer to look into getting some royalties for her that she said she was owed. And then everything happened, and then of course, can't have a case, can't have a case without the person, unless her children would fight on her behalf, because they could become the owner of her estate and keep the lawsuit going. But those children seem weird. I don't know. Seemed like something was going on there. And a lot of times, it'd be your family. They hear what you say, but then they don't believe in you either. So then if something happened to you, the only thing they're thinking about is, oh, let me get some money, because I believe that her children, grown children, Angie Stone, that is, her grown children were online asking for money. It's like, I don't understand why Angie Stone didn't have a life insurance policy. Tragic. You know, I said I was going to do a post on my Instagram about GoFundMe's paying for funerals, because a lot of times you hear about regular people starting to GoFundMe when their family members pass away, as if it's the responsibility of everyone around them to pay for their family members, their loved one's funeral. Like, that is not for us to do, ma'am, sir. Like, what are you thinking? You're thinking that my hard earned cash that I've been saving, or that I need, I'm supposed to let you get that so you could bury your loved one? Like, people don't even think. All because they're too afraid to plan in advance. Pay that $50, $60 a month for a policy. It's crazy. People are so weird or lazy. Yeah, I could go on my own rant, but it's not necessary, right? I'm sure everyone on here is well taken care of, or have a plan in place, right? Hopefully. If not, then contact me at Stone Independent Insurance Agency. You can look me up on Instagram, on .com, everything. So yeah, we'll get you right. Okay. But yeah, that's it. I really felt real bad um hearing Kelly Price say all that. It's scary. It's scary. I just feel scared for her, because I don't think she has anyone close to her that she could trust. So then her days are probably going to be filled with paranoia It reminds me of the Michael Jackson interview with his old bodyguard. He said that when he first met Michael Jackson, he was real paranoid about someone deleting him. And then he said after he was with him, he said he was getting a lot of death threats on a regular basis. But he called him paranoid. But is it really paranoia when you know there is something going on? When you know there is a plot against you to take you out? Oh, child. I just send Kelly Price some great energy, some loving energy, because that's just rough. It's sad, sad to hear. But yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for watching this live here. Hopefully, you all will subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're not subscribed. Okay. Thanks for the thumbs up. Okay, okay. I'm noticing like when I'm doing my lives, I used to get like one like. Now I got four. It sounds little, but it's so big. You don't understand. Oh my goodness. And every day I see my numbers increasing. Every time I do a live, I go through this whole thing. I'm just so proud of my channel and being consistent, because I was going to do this video earlier, but then I had to watch a couple more videos of interviews and stuff, because I'm nosy. I just like to know stuff and what's going on. And then the Carmelo Anthony thing came back. He got 35 years. That's just terrible. Just terrible. But yeah. Again, thank you so much for watching my live stream. Okay, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit that bell so you can be notified every time I go live or post a video. All right, it's your girl Sunshine here. All right, peace to everyone. Have a good evening. Get some rest, you guys. Peace.